Welcome to Pursuing Perfection Together, presented by Lexus of Richmond here at the beautiful Independence Golf Club, and joined by two friends. Tom Flood, the general manager of Lexus of Richmond. How are you, Tom?
Doing great. Great to be here.
And Gift Breed, he is the president of Pros Inc., the owner and operator of Independence. How are you, Gift?
Doing great. Anytime I'm seeing you, it's fantastic.
It is great to be here. It's great to be on the golf course. And, you know, we're in year 3 of the partnership between Independence and Lexus of Richmond. Gift, how has this partnership evolved?
It's just been fantastic for us. I think coming into the golf course and really trying to find an identity, being able to use Lexus of Richmond as a mentor. The sort of pursuit of perfection has been something that we've really been striving to do here at Independence. And I say, as we've moved forward, a lot of learning from Tom and what he's done at the dealership. I'd say innovation is really now is in our DNA, what we're really trying to drive in addition to the pursuit of perfection. So I think the relationship has really grown mainly to our benefit.
Tom, how have you seen the partnership evolve in the last 3 years?
It's been just fabulous. There's a lot of exciting things we're doing. We've had employee events out here where we played the par 3 course. We had 24 people. 8 of the people had never been on a golf course. We've had, earlier this month, we had an event out here with our new car owner event. So they went through all the technology in their cars, and then we brought in Devil's Backbone, and they got to learn about craft beer. So there's just this great partnership. It's just a wonderful facility out here. And it really is, it's a public golf course, it's a public space. So you kind of have a different thing where you have your private country clubs and your municipal courses. This is just a different solution. So it's just a great partnership with Lexus of Richmond and Independence Golf Course.
If your vision was to create a premium experience here at Independence, how has Lexus been the foundation for building that premium experience?
That's a great question, and again, our family, we've owned Lexuses forever, and just going over to the Lexus dealership and really kind of understanding that you didn't really buy a car, you really bought a relationship, and then how do we translate that from the dealership to the golf course and to everything that we're trying to do here. I think it's been a wonderful roadmap for us, and as we kind of, again, try to innovate into different areas, whether it be music or art or outdoor concerts, having Lexus as kind of a model for us to follow on how to run a business, how to treat customers is nothing but a real positive for us.
Tom, how's the idea process work when Gift comes to you with maybe a new concept that he wants to bring Lexus in? How does that work?
We kind of go back and forth with each other, and it's been awesome, you know, and it started really with the CT hybrids.
Right.
You know, there's no golf course, I believe, in America has cars driving around, and they're actually quiet. They actually have safety, medical from Secours in there as well. So that was really where it started, but we've gone from there, and we have parking spaces, and, you know, one thing that commodity is the commodity of time. So if you're a customer of ours, you can actually book a tee time, come out to Independence, park your car, give your keys into the pro shop. We'll come pick up your car, have it serviced, cleaned, and by the time you come off 18, your car's waiting for you in the parking lot. So that's pretty cool.
Well, obviously they were packed on #1 tee box today, and
Yeah.
What's the feedback been? Because you put so much work into the golf experience here at Independence.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and I think for the first time this year, we're ready to go. We're very, very excited to have people come out and see what we've created. Again, with innovation being a driving force, we have champion Bermuda greens, the 419 fairways. We've done a lot of work with the bunkers. On our instruction, we've got some great instructors here. I think we've upgraded our Robbins Junior program, which Lexus is a huge partner with. Gavin Parker, we couldn't be more excited that is leading the junior efforts. So generally, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback, and given the outdoor concerts and other things that we're involved in, we're drawing a whole new type of person out to Independence as well.
And we should mention, as folks are getting ready to watch the US Open here on Fox, that the greens here at Independence will be rolling the exact same as they are at Oakmont.
Exactly. One of the benefits of the champion Bermuda greens are that we can get them in the summer at the same speeds as the US Open. So yeah, we're excited. Everybody come out and see what the guys on TV are putting.
Your other vision is to make it beyond golf, more than golf here. Talk about some of the initiatives. I know Tom and his clients and his customers have taken advantage of many of them.
Yeah, so we have the Passion Academy is open and ready to go here in the basement of our clubhouse. They do music lessons, voice lessons, and these kids are just incredibly talented. And again, Lexus is helped us with some of the outdoor concerts that we're doing with these kids. Obviously, always having a focus on the next generation. Lexus of Richmond has, whether it be the junior programs or that. Our halfway house has been converted into a Cafe Zada. Ben Spencer is a great partner of ours. So people who come, they'll almost experience a high-end premium coffee experience with Blanchard's Coffee, also a Richmond-based company. Art for the Journey, we're doing painting classes in the back of the campus. We're working on paintball and ropes course, zip lines, all kinds of different entertainment activities that we could bring out to Independence and hopefully involve Lexus in.
Tom, not everybody's a golfer, so how great is it that Independence offers so much to so many?
It's just great. It's just great to be part of in Midlothian, to have a place like Independence Golf Course where you can do more than just golf. And as Giff said, there's a lot of wonderful things for kids, the families, the restaurants out here. We've had watch parties for college teams. It's just an awesome place.
Really, really great stuff. Tom, we're going to be following up with you again in a little bit. Giff, as always, thanks for having us out in Independence today.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks so much.
So much more to come here. Stay with us on Pursuing Perfection Together, presented by Lexus of Richmond.
When Pursuing Perfection Together returns, we'll learn how Lexus of Richmond and Secours have joined forces to support children and families in Richmond's East End. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Pursuing Perfection Together, presented by Lexus of Richmond, back here at the beautiful Independence Golf Club. And once again, joined by Tom Flood, General Manager of Lexus of Richmond. Hi, Tom.
Great to be here, Greg.
And also joined by Sean O'Brien. He's the Senior Development Officer for Secours Richmond Healthcare Foundation. How are you, Sean?
I'm great. Glad to be here today.
Great to have you here, too. Tom, recently Lexus of Richmond just held their Champions for Charity event to benefit the Secours East End Children's Fund. How did that partnership come about with Lexus and the East End Children's Fund and Secours?
Greg, I was at a foundation meeting last fall, and Sean did a presentation on the East End, and it really just moved me. It was hard to believe that was 10 miles away from where we were at that moment in Richmond, Virginia, and there's just a lot of energy and excitement around the East End. We're tying in Secours, Lexus, Morgan Moses was part of this, but we had the Pebble Beach trip this weekend, so our twosome from Independence gets to go out to Pebble Beach, play in a 54-hole National Lexus golf tournament, and if they finish in the top 10, they can bring some additional funds back to the East End. So we're just really excited for the partnership.
No question about it. Sean, how does some of the money raised by the Champions for Charity event help elevate some of the initiatives that Secours is involved with?
Well, there's two parts of this partnership that we're so excited about. The first, of course, is the funding that helps us establish and really grow initiatives that we've already had in the neighborhood. And these are initiatives that you wouldn't normally associate with a hospital, but these are things that really Secours is bringing out to the community to focus on factors that have a huge impact into a community's health. We're talking about where people eat, what they eat, where they go to school, where they work and play. So, for example, support from the Lexus Champions for Charity Golf Tournament will go to help expand and enhance our Classroll and community nutrition programs, where our mobile learning kitchen, the Classroll, goes out to schools in the East End as well as other community partners, and not only shows kids how to cook these foods, but shows them how to prepare them in a way that is easy, is not daunting, and is in a way that basically gets them over the hurdle of not feeling that these foods would ever be part of something that they would enjoy or want to have part of their diet.
So this is almost about wellness and opportunity and changing people's lives.
It really is, and it mirrors the shift in healthcare, whereas 10 years ago, people primarily thought of healthcare as the care that you receive inside a doctor's office or a hospital. But now there's been a shift, and there's a recognition that the majority of factors that play into whether or not a community is healthy all have to deal with things that take place outside of the hospital. So it's just as much a matter of prevention and lifestyle than it is to provide direct care.
Well, I had a chance to talk about some of those factors with Mark Gordon, the CEO of Secours Richmond East. We drove around the East End and talked about some of those initiatives. Let's take a look. Mark, I think a lot of people have talked about the much publicized article that was in the Times-Dispatch several years ago about life expectancy in the East End. Was that the catalyst that maybe started many of the initiatives that Bon Secours is involved with?
Well, you know, I'm glad to hear you say it was a catalyst, but I think it started long before that. You know, this conversation that we're in is around some things that are going on in our nation around disparities between those who have and those who don't have as much. It's in our economic conversations. It's affecting our educational system, and clearly it's affecting people's health. I mean, it's affecting how long people live. These people are living day to day with circumstances in the same community that are very, very different than someone just a few miles away.
Well, when you talk about those critical factors for people's overall health and well-being, that's what many of these initiatives are trying to accomplish, right?
That's exactly what this is about.
We're trying, where they eat. I guess we can start to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, this part that we're driving through right now is a food desert. There's no grocery stores.
We're right at the corner of 25th and Q. If you go to the near west end of Richmond, near the Carytown area, you can literally stand on one corner and have 4 or 5 options of grocery store. Then you come to another neighborhood and you don't even have the option of a grocery store. There is no grocery store. If you ask a busy family with 1 or 2 kids, and we all know how busy our lives are, what are you having for dinner tonight? The kids come in from school, you've just come in from work, you're all tired. The quickest thing you can get to is going to be the most likely thing you're going to put in your mouth. And that's going to, in large part, determine your health.
It's not only about how people eat, it's where people work. A lot of the initiatives that Bon Secours is spearheading are centered around trying to create more job opportunities, more employment opportunities for people in this part of the city.
If your kids see you getting up every single day with the discipline of going to work every day, it's what you do. That's what they expect to do. And if you don't do that every day, or there's not a pattern of that in a community where there are jobs where people have a structure that is reliable and they see this is the way you do things, this is the way you have a successful life, then what are kids going to pattern their lives after? I mean, they are blank. They're wonderful blank slates, but they will do what they see.
When I say the word parsleys in this community, everybody knows what I'm talking about,
Everybody
right?
Everybody knows what you mean when you're talking about parsleys. And when we come up to parsleys, chat, community, Churchill activities and tutoring will be staffing a coffee shop in parsleys. It's another seed where we're attempting to focus in on kids who need to learn job skills.
Right.
There is just as much talent among those that we define as impoverished as there is talent amongst those that we define as wealthy. Our job is to bring opportunity so that those individuals who have the talent and the will and the motivation can take advantage of the skills that are God-given to them to grow and to blossom.
As we tell the story about the East End, and you have more collaborators coming to the table. Someone like even the Redskins who put a Play 60 playground, right here in the East End. That certainly makes an impact, especially when you have a guy like Morgan Moses who grew up in the area and comes back and wants to give back. Certainly that can have an impact maybe that exceeds our expectations in terms of getting kids' attention to try to put them on the right path.
When you have someone who they know is done well, and they see that spirit of giving, they recognize and appreciate someone who's giving back, and likewise, they will do the same.
It's great just to be able to give back to the community, just give a helping hand, something that I didn't have growing up. They just need somebody to motivate them, and that's the big thing. There's too many people, looking down on them and saying that they're not good enough to be able to do this and do that. If you just uplift a kid, just one kid, just with a one kind word or a pat on the back, you just never know how far that can affect them.
Where do you think we can be in 5 years, in 10 years, Mark, in this community?
I think where we could be in 10 years depends upon what we're intentional about accomplishing. I think it's a matter of what we decide we want to do. But that is, there are no limitations on that. But I think the opportunities abound.
Sean, Mark talked about the limitless opportunities in the East End. It's really true.
It is true, because the challenges that these families who live in the East End face are limitless. Bon Secours' commitment to this community is limitless, but our resources are not. And that's why it's so important, and we're so grateful to have supporters like Tom and Lexus of Richmond, because we can't do this alone. We depend on the support of the community in order to make these initiatives happen.
No question about it. Tom, if folks want more information on Champions for Charity, how can they find some pictures and a recap and follow the twosome?
Sure, you can follow everybody at championsforcharityRVA.com, and we'll see if our twosome can play some good golf out in Pebble Beach this December and bring some more money back. But we're really excited about the East End, the partnership with Bon Secours and Lexus of Richmond, and just finding a new way forward for that part of town.
Thanks so much, Tom. And Sean, thanks again to you and Bon Secours for all you do.
Thanks, Greg.
Appreciate it. Let's take a quick time out. More ahead as we continue on Pursuing Perfection Together, presented by Lexus of Richmond. Welcome back to Pursuing Perfection Together, presented by Lexus of Richmond, back here at Independence Golf Club, and joined by three of my friends. Gavin Parker, he is the director of the Robbins Junior Golf Program. How are you, Gavin?
I'm doing excellent. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Eddie Swink is the director of the Fore Children Foundation. Hello, Eddie.
Good morning.
And of course, our good friend, Tom Flood, general manager of Lexus of Richmond. How are you,
Hey, Greg,
Tom?
good to see you.
We're going to start with Gavin, since this is your area. This is where you introduce the game of golf to the next generation. Talk about the Robbins Junior Golf Program.
Well, the Robbins Junior Golf Program, we're dedicated to creating motivating training environments that aim to get campers better faster. So unlike the traditional golf camp, we are geared through gamification elements that is putting game designs into real life activities. So instead of having the kids putt, then chip, then pitch and hit balls, these campers are playing Battleship and the road to the PGA and breaking windows. Little do they know, they're working on power, alignment, green reading, and mastery. So this is awesome, and it's a little bit more engaging and something long-term, and they're motivated a lot longer.
How gratifying is it to see the progress, both in their game and maybe in their confidence and self-esteem as they go through the week and even go through the entire summer?
It's tremendous, because you have the kids all day, they're so used to, hey, what are you doing to get that way? So they pay attention and they understand that it's clear objectives, they're clear tasks they have to achieve to get to those next levels. So it's cool to see on Monday they struggle, they fail. Then Wednesday you can see they're getting a little bit better. Then by Friday, oh, it's like mastery's kicking in. It's awesome.
All of this is under the Fore Children Foundation. Eddie, talk a little bit about the mission for children.
Well, Greg, it's pretty simple. What we are doing is we're giving children a chance to participate in some of our programs that maybe wouldn't have that chance otherwise. And we combine children that are affluent with the children that come from the Police Athletic League, the Virginia Home for Boys and Girls, and organizations like that. And we've had, over the last 15 years, we've had about 20,000 children come through our programs.
This is really about trying to make the game more accessible, right? Something you've been doing your whole life.
Yes, it is. And we found that the children learn a lot about life through golf, like integrity, honesty, self-reliance, and they come away a better person.
How important is it to have a facility like this? Most golf courses don't have these kind of resources and amenities.
Well, you walked right into what I'd like to say, and that is, it's the only facility of its kind in the country where we have dormitories, the Robbins Junior Clubhouse, where there's a full-blown kitchen in there and they eat all their meals there. And then we have a short course, a 9-hole par 3 course, and we have a championship course, all available to all these children.
Really, really impressive. Of course, the Robbins Junior Golf Program is sponsored by our great friends at Lexus of Richmond. This really ties into the pursuit of excellence. It's for the next generation of golf, and you're doing that through a Lexus Golf Scholarship, Tom.
Yes, we are, and we've been sponsoring the Robbins Junior program out here, and as Eddie said, it's just a wonderful program. We have scholarships, 2 need-based, 1 boy and 1 girl. It's ages 5 to 17, so that's available this summer. And also, we're doing this year one for employee girl or granddaughter, and one for a boy or a grandson of one of our employees over at Lexus of Richmond. So we're really excited about this summer.
What's the feedback from folks who have won the scholarship, parents whose children have won, or someone in the family have won? What's the feedback been on this program?
Yes, last summer was just magical, and Eddie and I talked about it a lot, and we followed up with the kids, and one of them said it was the best week of their life. It was truly amazing. They had a great time. They really learned about golf, but met a lot of friends, and in fact, I saw Kair out at the first tee the next Saturday. So she went all week long, and then she was out there on Saturday morning playing again. So it was awesome.
This is really about trying to grow the game, something you're passionate about.
I really am. Both my kids play, but really through the recession, golf has kind of changed a little bit, and there's a lot more energy behind it. There's all kinds of things like the PGA Junior League. There's the VSGA tournaments. The Masters is doing the drive, chip, and putt. There's just all kinds of things, including the Robbins Junior Camp, to really get your kids into the game of golf. And it's just a fun game, and it really is a lifelong game. You can do it in business, you can do it with your family. It's just an awesome game.
Eddie, how has the partnership with Lexus elevated the Robbins Junior Golf Program and For Children?
It has given us so much credibility. We had no idea how the children would react, but when they saw the Lexus name on the shirt, they were kind of proud of it because they know the Lexus brand is first class. And so it's given us credibility in the community. It's also given us credibility in the state. And we're just really excited about the fact that they're involved with us.
If folks want more information on the Lexus Golf Scholarship and to participate with the Robbins Junior Golf Program, how can they do it, Tom?
Just go to LexusRichmond.com and just click on the Independence Golf tab, and I'll give you all the information about this summer. So it's really going to be a great summer.
Gavin, maybe you were one last pitch to the parents who are maybe thinking about whether they should put their children in this program, how much fun they might have this summer.
Absolutely. Well, they'll know that just like Lexus, when you're dealing with Lexus, pursuit of excellence, they're dealing with professionals. At the Robbins Junior Golf Program, I have a staff that's full of 10 professional golf management interns who are already dedicated to growing the game of golf. So they'll understand that just like at Lexus, at the Robbins Junior Golf Program, they have someone who's a professional. They're trained, they're dedicated to creating these long-term learning training environments for the kids.
Yeah, you guys are probably having as much fun as the kids are, right?
Oh, absolutely. Who wouldn't love Battleship?
I'm breaking windows.
Yeah,
It's the only time you're allowed to break windows.
Exactly.
Eddie, if folks want more information on For Children Foundation, how can they get that?
We have a website, forechildrenincorporated.com. If they go on that website, they can get all the information they want. And as a matter of fact, there's also information, because we've expanded the programs to include cooking classes and art classes.
Wow.
So the children, when they finish the golf camp at the end of the day, they might go down into the art studio, or they go back into the junior clubhouse and they have a cooking class.
Fantastic. Really great. Gavin, Eddie, Tom, thanks so much for joining us here today. You're watching Pursuing Perfection Together, presented by Lexus of Richmond. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Welcome back to Pursuing Perfection Together, presented by Lexus of Richmond. A final word from our friends here. Gavin Parker, the director of the Robbins Junior Golf Program. If parents want to sign up their kids, how can they do it, Gavin?
Parents need to log on to www.forechildreninc.com. Spaces are limited, so you have to make sure we have camps running all summer long, so the parents don't want to miss out on all the fun.
It's going to be great. Gift Breed here at Independence, so much more than golf here.
Well, like Lexus, we're constantly in pursuit of perfection, and we have a lot of new and exciting things going on here, from our music schools to art camps. So please ask everybody to log on to independencegolfclub.com and check out everything we've got going out here.
No question. And Tom Flood, General Manager of Lexus of Richmond, those scholarships that you're giving out, how can folks sign their children up?
Yeah, it's going to be a great summer out here at Independence, and Lexus of Richmond and Independence it's just a wonderful partnership. You can go to lexusofrichmond.com and click on Independence Golf. All the information is there about the summer scholarships.
Thank you so much to our friends here and our entire crew. Thank you so much for watching Pursuing Perfection Together, presented by Lexus of Richmond.